All right, how's it going out there, folks? Rooster here in Tennessee. This going to be a test on an amp that is pending sold. A gentleman already said that he would take it. Figured I would do a demo video on it. Go ahead and get it out of the way. Haven't done one of these in a while. 8-pill 454, and there's the recommended drive for it, 75 to 125 watts PEP. So these are really good for some of the striker radios and some of those radios that do somewhere between 100 and 150 PEP. Now you can put a little more than that into these, but we will stay around the 125 watt PEP suggestion for the video. Benefit of these, you got 8 transistors, so the heat is spread out over 8 rather than over 4 like for a 4-pill 2879C. They do come in a larger cabinet, and you have 8 transistors versus 4, so they are just a little bit more expensive, but they are a nice running amp. You get a good bit of gain without having to put a whole lot of drive into them. We've got the Amarillo hooked up. It's pending sold. I've already sent a gentleman an invoice for it, so it is pending sold, and we've got it cut back to about 125, 130 watts PEP worth of drive. Power supply setup 14.9, basically 14.8 by the time we get to the amp and everything. And we'll just go ahead and key up and give it a good audio here. Well, we're going to draw more than 40 amps. We already know that. Oh, so about 80 amps worth of draw there. And we'll come over here to the watt meter. We've got a 2500 watt slug in, so we're looking at the top scale. We'll bump the dead key up a little bit. That's still a little bit less than 200. There we go. There's about a 200 watt dead key. Ooh, ooh, audio. Ooh. So it's getting a bounce up to 600, but about realistically, you're really looking at about 500 watts average. You want me to talk into it? Radio check, radio check, radio check, radio check, radio check, audio, radio. 500 watts average pretty easily there. And that's about what you should expect out of these. Sometimes they'll do a little bit more, like you guys saw, just on that initial audio there, we're getting a little bit of a bounce. That can be misleading sometimes. But we're going to call it 500 watts average. And now we're on PEP. Audio, 1250, and that's exactly what I expect these to do. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Audio, and it's holding it really well. So I've sold some of these. People get them and they claim that they're doing more, but that's really what I expect to see out of them is about 1200 to 1250 PEP. And if they're doing that much, I give them a clean bill of health. Now, obviously, you put a little bit less into them, they're going to do less. I don't know how much average power we're putting into this right now. We've got this thing cut back a little bit. I would guess, just to estimate, probably around 40 to 50 watts average, and like I said, 125 to 135 PEP, and that's giving us that 1250 watts PEP, 500 watts average. Like I said, we could have fooled around with it there and made it show 600 average. We were getting that kind of initial bounce up to 600 average, but realistically, about 500 watts average on one of these, and you're good to go. 8-pill 454. Again, this one's pending sold. Gentleman said he wants it, and I told him I'd go ahead and do a test video on it. If for some reason he does not take it, it will be available for sale, but probably more than likely I would say this one's gone. Nice amp, has a remote jack on the back. Yeah, it has a remote jack, and then you've got a lug back here for your ground. So you got dual hot wires coming out, and then a lug you can put whatever size ground cable on it that you want. Good running little box here. 8-pill 454. Questions, comments, shoot me a text 423-299-3535. Rooster in Tennessee. See you, bye.